this. So here it works on 4 levels. In level 1, here the 7th house Nakshatra Lord's placement in the 1st house. If you are starting with the 1st house, what does that mean? The 7th house Nakshatra Lord's placement in the 1st house, which means this is a 7-7 placement from the 1st house or from itself. It is placed 7 houses away from itself. So level 1 is, what is the equation of the 7th house Lord with the 7th house sign Lord itself? So whichever is the 7th house Nakshatra Lord, what is the equation, what is the relationship it is establishing with the 7th house sign Lord? So if the 7th house Nakshatra Lord is, say, Rahu, and if the 7th house sign Lord is Venus, then what is the equation they are establishing in the horoscope? So how are they placed? Are they in Kendra to each other? Are they in conjunction with each other, and so on? Second is, what is the 7th house Nakshatra Lord's equation or its placement vis-a-vis the 1st house Lord? So if it's placed in the 1st house, what is the equation with the 1st house Lord it is establishing? Is it in conjunction? Is it in aspect? Is it in a strong yoga or in a Vish dosha, Shapit dosha, whatever it is? What sort of a dignity it is in? So these two are very, very important. Is it in aspect? Because based on that, if it's a friendly planet, then a good conjunction will work out good results. If it's a tough conjunction, tough aspect on each other, like for example, the aspect of Sun and Saturn on each other are not seen as very good. The aspect of Venus and Mars on each other are not so very good. The aspect of Mercury and Jupiter on each other are not so very good. So it should also be saying that what is the relationship they are establishing with each other, either in conjunction or in aspect. The third level is, which is the placement of the 7th house Nakshatra Lord going into the 1st house, in what dignity it is going. So first of all, what is the 7th house Nakshatra Lord? Here we are not talking about the sign Lord. We have already talked about what is its equation with the 7th house sign Lord, whether it's in conjunction, whether it's a friendly planet, and so on. So if it's friendly to the 1st house, because it's placed in the 1st house, so it's friendly to the 1st house sign Lord, whichever is the 1st house sign, then it will get very good results. It will help through the marriage, through the union, good placement, good dignity in society, good stature, getting good direction in life, getting good health, being motivated, and so on, because it's in good dignity in the 1st house, because the 7th house Nakshatra Lord is friendly to the Lord of the 1st house sign, whichever it is. Second that we talked about is, if it's in good dignity, good equation, good relationship with the 7th house sign Lord itself, then too it will bring about a good result, because it's placed in the 1st house. 1st house stands for dignity, stature, standing in society, your pride, how society will see you, what will be your stature, so that will be helped. But the third aspect or third attribute is the, what is the 7th house Nakshatra and which is its Lord. If the Nakshatra is a very positive Nakshatra, like a Rohini, like a Anuradha, then they will bring more good results, to gains to the person through the union, because here the 7th house is about the union, the partnership, the teamwork. But if it's a Nakshatra which is like an Ashlesha or Vishakha, or a Nakshatra which is not helpful to the Lagna Nakshatra, then there is going to be issues, problems. The person may not be able to have a good stature in society, good standing in society, good dignity in society. So this is what it means. It's a very complex situation. It's not complex placement. It's not easy to decipher the meaning of the 7th house Nakshatra Lord. The fourth attribute is that which Nakshatra is it going in? It is going in some Nakshatra in the 1st house. Which Nakshatra is it going in? Is that Nakshatra helpful or not helpful to the Lord of the Nakshatra, 7th house Nakshatra Lord? Then it is good. So if the 7th house Nakshatra Lord is, say, Rahu, and it is going in the Nakshatra of Chitra, say for example in the Lagna, or it's going in a Nakshatra ruled by Venus, then it is obviously going to give you more ambition, and that energy is not easy to contend with. So those attributes also have to be seen. The other thing is that it is in a 7-7 placement from its own self. So the partnership becomes very important, the teamwork becomes very important, balance in the relationship is become very important to get very good results when the 7th house Nakshatra Lord goes into the first house.